Okay, I'm with Dr. Betsy on our final video having to do with the last phase of the Perpetual Lead Magnet Machine. She's been attending our Theme Zoom Network Empire Domain Web Studio certification event. You've taken a 5-day course, a little different than our 9-day course, but it's been very compressed. Mm-hmm. Part of it is she's so advanced with website silo architecture. She's been with us for many years. We're going to talk about the last phase, mm-hmm. You everywhere. Dr. Betsy's invention, mm-hmm. that is, which I've learned a lot about. I've actually learned some stuff from you in the health field, everywhere, because you've used the ISNA process, you've extracted thousands of questions, you've imported the keywords from those questions in Domain Web Studio, you've built your website, silo architecture, you actually have the best articles because you've used the painkiller method using those keywords and those pain questions tied to your inventions and your products. Okay, you've moved those to a one feed to rule them all, which automates your system, and you're going to be pulling your one feed out of Domain Web Studio because you're promoting it. And Dr. Betsy's headlines are spread everywhere. Your genetic material, your ideas, mm-hmm. are spread everywhere through the web through optimal SEO, optimal social media, and optimal article marketing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. By the way, nobody does that. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with this success? Like, now that you have that kind of power, that's like, one of the concerns we've always had is handing somebody that kind of power. Sue and Matt and I have always talked about, like, is it safe to do that? Like, is that what you really want? Are you ready to turn this on? Are you ready to drive that kind of traffic? And what are you going to do with it? Tell us about your business. Mm-hmm. What do you want with your success? Mm-hmm. You'd have money rolling in.
Yeah. Well, what my success is for me is what it was. It's the same thing I always wanted, why I chose the healing professions. There's a lot of professions that people are passionate about. Mine was healing because, I mean, nothing changes with my success. I only want to reach more people. I see people all over the world unnecessarily sick a large majority of their lives, unnecessarily dying early. The pain it causes a family, friends. It's my purpose for my life to make an impact into that, just like many other natural health practitioners, and at the same time not destroy my own life while I'm doing it. And so my success for me is just that I have a way of doing this in such an organized and focused way now that I can really run a real sane business, and I can have my life and my lifestyle, the way that I try to teach it to others, continue, and keep my own health and personal goals for longevity the same for me while I help others get theirs together for themselves. Really couldn't even, probably before the computer age, I don't think anybody could have ever even achieved these things. I just don't. And I can take this to the world. I've already got, Spanish and Portuguese translations in the process to take it to Latin America. I mean, people are people all over the place with technology. We're all kind of getting we see the opportunity in technology, and then we kill ourselves while we're trying to win with technology. Right. I mean, what good is that? I don't know if we all do, but I think a large majority of people who use computers, and even I went through it, I would drink organic herbal tea with caffeine, was a little better than pure caffeine, but you go into these things where the opportunity's sitting right in front of you. You can go for days and days, just you got to get there, and then before you know it, you got the thing closer there, your business is closer there, and you're on your way out, And it's like, how are we in history gonna surmount that? How are we gonna biologically be able to have the lives we want while we take advantage of this whole incredible computer age? And so that's all success. That's cybernetics. That's all the successes for me, as a way to finally materialize both of those things to their utmost. I want to do my best to keep my integrity in all those areas. It's really just that. Yeah.
So Network Empire was named because we wanted you to realize that not only is it SEO website silo architecture, how to rank really easily, using far fewer inbound links and all these different things, but we're actually setting up, it's moved beyond setting up a website network.
Yeah.
It's a broadcast network for your passion. Perpetual Lead Magnet Machine is a broadcast system that makes it easier for you to reign over your empire. And that's not a bad word. We're really talking about your broadcast empire, your passion. The communication, if your goal is to communicate with others and save lives, you can use our system to do that. If your goal is to make $1 million in the process, you can easily do that. In fact, the exact numbers on how to do that are given by the Domain Web Studio business projections. And you're really close. You've got some work to do over the next 6 months to a year. But you're really close to setting up an amazing broadcast network for your ISDNA. That's your industry invention, the unique solutions provided to your students and your customers and clients.
This is out of the realm of continually chasing tactics. I'm really in the realm of just getting the rest. Like the next 3 to 6 months will be one of my, again, more focused, disciplined times. It's hard work, but it's way different than just doing for the next 6 months some more tactics, the next 6 months I have more tactics. This is like building the next level of my infrastructure. It's there, it's done. I get to step away from it when it's done. I understand why it's going to last. Like you always use the word evergreen. So yeah, it's way worth it for me to invest the next 6 months so dedicated, because like it's just not a tactic. It's a real building thing.
Yeah, we've given you all the tools. You can go out if you wanted to. You could go out using these strategies and make money by tomorrow morning, or you can continue to build your empire, or both. In other words, we give you both the strategies and the tactics.
Sure.
And the evergreen principles are what's rare here. The evergreen principles are the way that the web is designed, data hierarchy, and your keyword DNA related to your industry invention.
Yeah.
You're going to always use those. I don't care if you're taking Jeff Walker's Sideways product launch or the Video Boss with Andy Jenkins. Whatever it is, if you don't have the keywords, the DNA, or even Amish Shah's phone application system marketing system.
Sure.
It doesn't matter what system out there you're using. What I see, because I've helped some of these guys and I know them, is that people don't come to the table knowing who they are. Via research, cost projection is what our product provides.
Oh yeah.
You don't know the words to use, you don't know the DNA, you're not going to be able to do those tactics just become a pile of things that you have on your desktop, which I know you have a lot of.
Right, well I can make use of all tactics after I get the rest of the foundation done. Then tactics galore, because who cares? I can just keep doing all these tactics on top of that, but everything stays and working fine underneath it. Incredibly so. I mean, honestly, one of the things that I have to be disciplined for. But I'm pretty committed to my profession, so it's not that hard for me. But it's still tempting as you start to learn this stuff. You go like, I should veer off and make some money somewhere. I mean, you can easily stop what you're learning on your own project and I could have taken a couple of months off and made some quick money in any one of these other subjects by implementing this stuff faster, because I wasn't even so passionate. You see how to do it, but I didn't. I'm staying with my own goals here.
Yeah, and I'd also like to add, when it comes to that, one of the things that my team wants to encourage you to do to get to the next level, because you're in a particular phase. Everybody that comes to our certification events at a particular phase in their business, and they're different businesses. Outsourcing and delegating, I think you're going to do it in a really smart way, because you and I both know that it's no good to really outsource complex tasks that you don't really understand yourself, because you can really drop the ball on that. But Domain Web Studio is an outsourcing tool, and there's certain things that you will be able to eventually outsource, such as the creation of content, to name only one, syndication, and
especially promotional content.
You will have control over that.
I know.
And that's the one area that I'm going to nudge you and say, when you come back next time, I want to see that stuff being automated, because we've given you all the tools to automate.
Sure, I'm okay with that. The original content will be me.
That's right, because you can control that channel.
Yeah.
In the same way that Fiverr.com, you pay $5 and you either do or do not get that. It's a binary task.
Right.
You can still set up your business to be binary. Look, Matt and Sue have designed the application. It literally tells you this outsourced person is not meeting the standard that he agreed to.
Right.
And it'll actually have a red bar that says beep, beep. You don't have that on Fiverr.com. It actually says he's not writing the content that he said. Okay, it's time to address that or get a new person, and just you don't pay him.
Right.
So it's like on-off. Remember how we talked about the web being an on-off switch? We've moved into what we call microtasking. They've either done or not done the necessary task for you to run and organize your business, so that Dr. Betsy is sleeping well at night. Instead of staying up all night wondering, oh my gosh, is my team going to do, you know what I mean?
Right.
We want to remove that pain. That's the pain that we're trying to address.
It's very simple. You hire an outsourcer. This is exactly what you do. I've got ways to watch if you're doing what you do. If you do a lot of this right, I'll just give you a lot more work and you'll be as busy as you want. If you don't do it, and for these reasons, then we just don't use you.
And that's the one. That's the one thing. I'm going to toot my own horn and my team's horn a little bit here, because that's the one thing that we've looked for years. Project management systems, SEO project management systems, the different kinds of people are using a bunch of different things to manage their content, manage their SEO, manage their marketing, manage their syndication, manage their RSS, if they even have the skills to know what those things are. Not only do we teach you what they are, not only do we give you the tools to incorporate them, not to mention websites and architecture. If you want to take it to the next level, which I'm encouraging you, you can control. I like the word control because everybody's afraid to say it.
It's fine, yeah.
Control is not a bad word in business operations, especially in cybernetics, when you're controlling an off-world team and an online empire. Domain Name Studio is designed to make sure that you and I can delegate our tasks and turn them off if they're not doing it.
Oh yeah, no, it's just, you're just talking good control or bad control. You know, in any sports game, you got to control the whole team. You know, that it's just a game, but people think control is bad. They think,
well, they have it. There's a little bit. It's funny how our culture is stigmatic around it. It's like, no, any great entrepreneur say, you know, control is what you need. You know, and Matt has written that. He comes from the background of really working with really, really large teams. He knows behavior. And as a result, he created those behavioral parameters in the application. And we've designed our outsourcing ability for us to have those channels of communication for all of your outsourcing.
Oh, yeah. Team. Oh, yeah.
Even in your own in-house staff.
Oh, so yeah.
I'm excited about that part.
Yeah, actually, people like to work with that clarity about their own job. In reality, I would too if I was working for somebody else. I'd like to know exactly what they expected and how to offer, you know, provide that for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dr. Betsy's innovation everywhere, mass syndication. She's got a broadcast. You got a broadcast network now.
Right.
And now you're going to be able to control that outsourcing. So next time, I want to see you again at this event, and I really am very grateful and very appreciative of you taking the time to come to this event. I learned as much as you did. So.
Well, thanks a lot for all your work.
Thank you. Russell Wright from Network Empire, signing off.